In the most recent volleyball match, Central Methodist scored a 3-1 victory over Stevens College. First, your thoughts on the match?
Our girls played really well. We didn't have a whole lot of errors, and they were really excited about the crowd that we've been having. And they just performed and did what they needed to do. And we talked about that yesterday at practice. And I put all their stats on the board and how well they did, and told them the difference in our winning and our losing. Because we have one of our other stats on the board, and I said, this is when we won. And they've improved. Their hitting percentage is a lot better. And so that our blocking has gotten so much better.
You were led offensively by two freshmen, Katie Dozier and Julia Weber, that each tallied 9 kills. Talk a little bit about their play and how they've progressed through the first couple of weeks of their collegiate careers.
Julia, our only problem that we've had in that situation is because she has such a long arm span that getting the ball high enough for her. And the setters did a really good job doing that on Thursday. Katie, she's been a breath of fresh air because she has such a great attitude and does everything that we want her to, and listens to what we tell her to do, and she's just really stepping up. So hopefully tonight they'll both do the same.
Your senior setter, Sarah Louie, had 20 assists to lead all players. How do you think she was able to impact the game?
Well, obviously, the pass makes the first play. You got to have the pass, but setters can make a good hitter, just like hitters can make a good setter. And Louie did a great job putting the ball where we need to go. She moved it around a lot. That's what we've been trying to get them to do, is move it on the net, make their middles move back and forth. And so she really did a nice job with moving it around. So. And she also made the all-tournament team at athletics, that we found out.
Of course, it's always easy to be able to score a point if you just get service aces, and Central Methodist scored 10 as compared to only 5 by Stevens. And Hannah Babcock actually recorded 5 service aces herself. How do you think her play and her ability was able to lift the team and give your team a break?
Well, it's always encouraging when we can go back there and all you have to do is serve the ball and you get a point. Hannah did a great job. We've been telling them where we want them to serve, and they've been listening well at doing that. And when I tell them to move the person back, if they're too short, and I'll tell them where I want them to go and move them back, and they're doing it. We're working really hard on serving more aggressive because we don't want them to have an easy, we want to get them out of their system, and so we've been working hard on that. So 10 aces in a match is pretty good.
To defeat a team for the second time in the season, as you were able to do with Stevens, what kind of a lift do you think that gives to your squad as you head forward throughout the regular season and into conference play?
Well, it's always hard to beat a team, and Stevens is nothing to, they've done a good job, and they had I told them right off when we played them the first time that team, they have a big heart, and they're going to go and go and go until the end. And so for us to beat them as widely as we did is encouraging for us, and hopefully tonight we go out there and have the same in the next all week, the next month, we have a month left, they'll go out there and do the same thing against the other teams. Stay up, pass well, and all the elements put together versus one here or there.
Turning your attention to tonight, as you mentioned, the volleyball team has a Heart of America Athletic Conference match against Culver Stockton. What have you seen from them on film, and how do you plan to attack the Wildcats?
Well, we know they have a very large middle, and so we've kind of switched our middles around because we have one that's 6'1", and then we have one that's about 5'9½". So I've changed our defense so that we have Julia up against third big middle. So we know that they run 5-1. We've been working on because they swing outside a lot, they swing middle a lot. So we worked a lot on that last night, making sure that we key in on them and who their hitters are, because we know who their prime hitters are. Culver played Graceland last week, I think it was, and played in the 5, and Graceland was one of the top teams. But I think it's just like volleyball is one of those sports that if you're up and they're down, anybody can beat anybody for the most part. So I'm excited. And we did have, I looked on our DAC stats, and you probably saw it, our blocking has improved so much that our team overall is 31st in the nation right now, and Julie is 37th. So that's exciting that that was part of a problem early on, and so we're getting better at that, so that's good.
You talk about your freshman middle hitter's ability to block kill attempts. Who are some of your other players tonight that you think are going to have to stand out in order to pull off a key conference victory?
Dana Peters, she's a right side. They swing a lot on the outside, so we're going to have our right sides, Dana and Katie, doing their job when they're blocking. Dana has a great swing. When the set's there, she's left-handed and she swings fast and hard, and so hopefully our right side is going to step up and do the blocking that we need, and our middles are going to get there. Our outsides, we've got to have more kills from them. We have a lot of attempts, not a ton of errors, but we just have to get more kills out of our outsides. So